Hello and welcome to this GERCA SKIT. Today I'd like to share with you something about human capital development. There's a lot of talk right now about developing Africa and developing all of those countries around the world which are underdeveloped. And in Nigeria, for instance, like in so many other African countries, governments are taking a lot of loans and then building infrastructure, trying to invest in the economy and so on and so forth. But I think that most of those efforts are in the wrong direction. I think that what we should be doing rather is concentrating on human capital development. By human capital development, I mean investing in the process of growing all of the tangible and intangible skills, human skills, that can make a person more relevant economically and socially to his country, his or her country, and his or her environment. Now, there are 5 areas I like to share with you that should be looked into in terms of human capital development. The first one is character development programs. Without a sense of morality and ethics, whatever we build as a nation, as developing countries, will not stay. I read recently a story about how in China they tried to build a wall to prevent themselves from invasion, and they put guards in the gates of this wall. But then when the invaders came, they gave the guards some bribe and then they passed through the gates of the wall. The point there being that they had remembered to build the wall, but they didn't remember to build the character of the guards they had placed on that wall. The second thing I like to talk about is technical skills acquisition. We live in a world, a very technologically based world, and today any kind of education, any kind of human capital development program or initiative has to concentrate a lot on teaching young people the technologies for today and for tomorrow. The truth is, reading and writing today, what we mean by literacy. Tomorrow, in fact, has begun. What we mean by literacy would be the ability to code and use digital technology for everyday problems. The third aspect I'd like to talk about is training in critical thinking skills. It's not enough to have a lot of information. We must teach our young people how to think, because thinking is what makes the difference between having information and moving from information to solving problems. So human capital development must involve teaching children, teaching young people the skills, the rudiments of critical thinking. And of course, the fourth thing I'd like to talk about is a subsidiarity and solidarity mentality. By subsidiarity, I just simply mean locality, that is, doing what we can do for ourselves. When you're an NGO or a development agency, don't go to a village, don't go to a country and do for them what they could do for themselves. Let people do for themselves what they can. And then the solidarity mentality is to know that we are in this together. We can no longer have two worlds of the extremely rich and the extremely poor. For one day, when the poor have nothing to eat, they will come around and eat the rich. So let's work towards solving the world's problems together. And then, of course, the last thing that I talk about in terms of human capital development is money management skills. A lot of young people in Nigeria, in Africa, for instance, come about money once in a while. They make some money. Somebody gives them money, they take a loan, and so on and so forth. But they don't remain rich. They don't remain rich simply because they have never been taught how to manage money. Money management is something that's critical to human capital development. If we want young people, if we want people to become rich and stay rich, then we must teach them how to handle money. Making money is good, but keeping it is even better. And then learning how to invest is still better. And learning also how to manage investments so that they continue to grow is something that doesn't fall from the skies. So these are the few things I wanted to share with you this morning about human capital development. We must teach young people the importance of character development, the importance of learning technical skills, the importance of critical thinking, the importance of solidarity and subsidiarity mentality, and of course, how to manage their money. I hope we have been able to share something with you. don't forget to go to our website, GERCAinitiative.com, for some other information about GERCA. And if you want to do something with developing Africa or developing education in Africa, you can always contact us.